resources natin, yung ating part ng budget, automatic appropriations, new appropriations natin, yung general appropriations, manggel, yung automatic appropriations, 14 special laws, I think alam niyo yan. 14 special laws were manggel. Automatic appropriations, hindi yan ginagalaw dito sa Kongreso dapat. Because there were already specific laws that approved them. I don't know kung saan kinuha yung budget na dinagdag doon. Kasi yung iba, na-release nyo na. Sa gobyerno, yung nakakalusot sila sometimes accountability and transparency. However, in the end, the law will catch them because may records talaga na lalabas yan. Either sa COA, sa releases, sa SARO, pagdating dito sa bidding, ang daming agencies matitrace at makikita talaga yan. Hindi pwedeng makalusot. Sino bang nagbago talaga ng komposisyon ng... Ibig sabihin, binago nyo yung BESF. Nandito sa page 298 yung BESF At saka yung President message is clear. Please do not change. Please do not change just to justify na mataas pa rin ang education sector. I cannot agree with that, Madam. And the increases and the decreases. Total DPWH is 1.147 billion, including the releases in the program as of August 31. Dapat careful kayo nito kasi may ongoing case na ito sa Supreme Court Nag-release pa rin kayo na nag-release sa program. Pati foreign assisted projects, dinalaw pa, nakakahiya sa ating mga foreign creditors. I just want to, anyway, habang nagdi-discuss kayo, naka-charge sa oras ko sa minutes. It is clear in the President's budget message in 2025 na sinabi niya yung priority sector niya is education sector. Nakasulat doon 977 billion budget. Tapos 900 billion lang yung number 2 which is the DPWH. So kung ano-ano yung dinagdag doon sa BICAM at ano yung binawas including all that was vetoed. Yung 26 billion direct veto, mataas pa rin. Mataas pa rin ang DPWH budget. Also, hindi pa nasa BESF yung komposisyon. Nasa BESF yung komposisyon ng education sector budget. Hindi pwede baguhin yun. Hindi nyo pwede babaguhin yung komposisyon ng education sector. And the increases and the decreases, taking onto consideration the same education sector components in the BESF will make the education sector budget, including the releases for unprogrammed appropriation and the original program appropriations total after BICAM is only 994.45 billion. Total DPWH is 1.147 billion, including the releases in the program as of August 31. Dapat careful kayo nito kasi may ongoing case na ito sa Supreme Court Nag-release pa rin kayo na nag-release sa program. Diba? The Constitution is very clear that we cannot go beyond the education sector budget. Bakit nauuna pa yung priority yung infrastructure, and despite the questions, a lot of questions, nagdagdagan pa ng 58 billion sa program. Well, earlier, Madam, the chairperson said, you agree with me that the education sector budget was overtaken. And after conferring, kung hindi ko tinanong na binago niyo yung composition, sino bang nagbago talaga ng composition ng... Ibig sabihin, binago niyo yung BESF. Nandito sa page 298 yung BESF eh. At saka yung President message is clear. And to add to that, yung House Bill for the General Appropriations Bill, yung introductory part, cited those figures also, both BESF and the President's message. Please do not change. Please do not change just to justify na mataas pa rin ang education sector. I cannot agree with that, Madam. May I go to my next question? Kasi habang hindi pa kayo nagkakasundo, time na, 5 minutes lang na iwan sa akin. Can you, isubmit nyo na lang sa akin ito. Can you give me a breakdown of the amount released through for DA, DPWH, DSW, NEDA, and PRA, which are charged under the SAGIP, no? Strengthening Assistance for Government Infrastructure Program. And I would like to request that if you could give me the specific dates of the releases. This is very, very important. Then last but not least, this question. There was a newspaper item quoting the chairperson of the Appropriations Committee, the Honorable Chair, saying that the unprogrammed appropriations is the source of funds for the flood control projects. Can you give me the details of this? What are these projects and when were these projects released?
Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague, that is, I definitely did not say that in an interview po. Perhaps that was something that was lifted from the first set of deliberations during the start of the plenary deliberations. So, ang nabanggit lang po doon is that certain flood control projects in the previous years were released from unprogrammed appropriations.
Previous years?
Previous years po.
Previous year.
2024,
2025.
2023. I believe that was the amount quoted, around 141 billion pesos po. That would be attributed to 2023 and 2024.
Well, wala na akong oras. Supposedly, marami pa akong tanong. Ang explanation ko lang dito, doon sa NEP at sa GAA, naka-identify kasi isa-isa kung nasa saan yung flood control project. Pagdating sa program, hindi naka-identify. Malalaman na lang natin sa pag-release. But with all the, I would say, exposés, with all the investigation, I think lalabas talaga lahat yan eh. Sa gobyerno, yung nakakalusot sila sometimes accountability and transparency. However, in the end, the law will catch them because may records talaga na lalabas yan. Either sa COA, sa releases, sa SARO, pagdating dito sa bidding, ang daming agencies eh. Matitrace at makikita talaga yan. Hindi pwedeng makalusot. So, to my colleagues, I hope and I pray that we will have a better budget for 2026. Sana hindi na maulit. Grabe talaga, ma'am. I mentioned, meron pa akong konti. Yung sources natin, yung ating parts ng budget, automatic appropriations at saka new appropriations natin, yung general appropriations, mangled, yung automatic appropriations, 14 special laws. I think alam niyo yan. 14 special laws were mangled. Automatic appropriations, hindi yan ginagalaw dito sa Kongreso dapat eh. Because there were already specific laws that approved them. I don't know kung saan kinuha yung budget na dinagdag doon. Kasi yung iba na-release nyo na. New general appropriations, program appropriations, alam nyo to. Out of 27 agencies, 26 agencies of the government were mangled. Only BBM was not touched. And program appropriations nag-increase. Pati foreign assisted projects dinalaw pa, nakakahiya sa ating mga foreign creditors. So I hope and I pray that we will have a better and brighter budget in the coming 2026. Maraming salamat po, and that ends my interpellation.
Thank you very much po, Mr. Speaker, my distinguished colleague. On the points that were raised, several that I would like to address very quickly. The first would be the request for the breakdown of the releases of the unprogrammed appropriations across the different agencies and the specific SARA release dates. We commit to sharing the same. We have those on file as well as the detailed breakdown across the different categories. Yung nabanggit po with regard to the unprogrammed appropriations, siguro po ang akin pong masasabi ngayon bilang bagong chairperson po ng Committee on Appropriations, under my leadership po, I commit and the leadership of the House commits that whichever would need to be improved in the budget process and in the crafting of the 2026 budget, gagawin po natin yan. Una po, patungkol sa unprogrammed appropriations, and I'm grateful for my distinguished colleagues today for bringing up this point. Isa po sa talaga tinitignan natin ay sa unprogrammed appropriations po kasi isa talaga sa mga tinitignan ay yung SAGIP. Especially because there's an infrastructure component under SAGIP. So isa po yan sa mga tinitignan namin ng DBM na tanggalin na po natin yung infrastructure component mula po sa SAGIP. In that way, we're able to put more safeguards na hindi na po malililisan galing po sa unprogrammed appropriations papunta po sa mga infrastructure projects. Yung pangalawa po, patungkol doon sa education versus infrastructure allotment. Nabanggit ko na po ito kanina, but we commit I commit as the chairperson of the Committee on Appropriations that the 2026 budget will be an education budget. For the first time in history po, we were able to breach 4%, including po the amendments introduced by the Budget Amendments Review Subcommittee. Nasa 4.1% na po tayo ng GDP. The highest ever budget for education. Kaya proud po tayo dyan pagdating po sa 2026 budget. At panghuli po, patungkol po sa automatic appropriations, we also commit na for the 2026 budget, particularly on the part of the House, hindi po natin gagalawin yung automatic appropriations.
Hindi na masiro ang PhilHealth. Hindi na masiro ang PhilHealth. Hindi na.
Hindi po masisiro ang
PhilHealth.
PhilHealth. Hindi na po. Makikita po natin yan in the current version of the GAB. Pinasok po natin additional 60 billion pesos in subsidies for the PhilHealth. So, ang total po ng PhilHealth ngayon ay 113 billion pesos po. So,
Thank you,
lahat
ma'am.
po
Thank you.
yan, i-address po
Maraming
natin.
salamat.
I can give the
Mr. Speaker,
assurance.
thank you so much.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much po to our distinguished colleague. Also, a former chairperson of the Committee on Appropriations that I highly respect and admire. Maraming salamat po to the Honorable Sid Ungab.